Hey friends, and welcome back to my channel. Teresa here with a layout for the Kellybell Designs creative team, having a play with the Parade Watch Cavalcade collection. And so this is what I'm starting with. Let me show you some of the details. First off, my photo I printed and added some of the digital confetti to the photo itself. We are visiting the parade in this layout and seeing Mickey and Minnie in that gorgeous hot air balloon. I created a physical cloud frame using some of the cloud ephemera from the collection. And then there was also this amazing cloud pattern paper that's perfect for the background. And check out what I did there. I printed the drop shadow of the cloud frame onto the pattern paper. One that shows me where I wanted to put that cloud frame so that everything fits well on the page. But it also gives a greater dimension for those shadows. And it's something I just experimented with today and had a great time with that. And here you can see some of the ephemera or the elements from the collection that I've printed out as well. And so my idea for the layout is to highlight the feeling of being in the clouds, giving Mickey and Minnie and the hot air balloon a sky to live in, and also the balloons. So a great uplifting kind of theme to this layout. I love it, love it, love it. So let me show you how it all comes together. I'm going to adhere the photo down first because it's going to live behind the cloud frame. And then I'm going to pop up the cloud frame with foam tape and just support all of these clouds. The way I created this frame was in Photoshop, and I just had the whole layout, a 12 by 12 canvas on Photoshop, laid out on my screen, pulled in the pattern paper, pulled in the clouds that I wanted, and arranged them mostly in a rectangle around the photo. And then I turned them into a smart object and brought them into Silhouette and printed and cut them in the Silhouette software. I did print them on a 12 by 12 or cut them out of a 12 by 12 photo paper that I had cut down from 13 by 19. And also, just another last little detail was the confetti that lives on the background paper and carries over onto the clouds because confetti goes everywhere, right? And so then the great thing about the cloud frame is now there are some great little spots for the balloons and the title piece and the other ephemera from the collection, that they can hide, they can be tucked in. I also printed out a couple more single clouds so that they can go on top of some of the balloons and elements. And again, creating a little bit more dimension here, all about bringing these layouts to life and drawing you into the story of the photo. And I love that so much. I will live and die by that. I love hybrid scrapbooking so much and love the power that you have. And I also love how, every time I sit down to create another layout, I think of another technique, another mode of creating. And I love that I'm constantly stretching myself And I highly recommend that. If you're into artistic and creative growth, hybrid scrapbooking is the place for you. I just love it so much. And so just a couple of notes about some of the other items that I'm adding here. The title itself is the Celebrate word art with the Mickey balloon again. And then there's also to balance that title, that word art, I used the music, the clef note, the clef, whatever that music symbol is. I can't believe it's leaving my brain right this moment. But that's at the lower left-hand corner with some of the other florals, the word strip here, and again, some things on top of the clouds, some things tucked underneath, and then for some of them I will add another cloud on top of it to bring in a third layer of dimension. And you could do so much more with this as well. You could make another cloud frame to sit on top of this and make it slightly larger so that it's like a cascading frame, a cascading cloud frame. Make more clouds going up at the top of the page. It was just so much fun to create this and pull it together. Notice how for the balloons, I did add just a little tiny bit of offset to those balloons so that the strings would print out a little bit more, a little bit thicker, and able to hold up to being cut and being glued down onto the page. And I let some of the strings cascade over top of the clouds, which is more visual interest and just a little bit of fun there. Like you could reach up and pull those down if you wanted to. This would also be a great layout. If you have any photos of the cast members carrying the handfuls of Disney balloons, I love those photos. I don't have any photos of the cast members carrying those balloons, but I sure do love them. And if you have them, this would be a great layout idea for that. I mean, honestly, you could use this layout idea for any part of the park because all of it is magical and makes you feel like you're in a different place, a place where it's all magic and happy. So, a few last little things here. These flowers, just again, tucking those in. Here's another, one last cloud that I had. So I'm going to place this down here at the bottom, along with that bottom, cluster there. It's sort of balancing out. The bottom is sort of balancing out the top half, I feel like, even though visually it's lighter. Always put your visually heavy groupings, clusters, elements, designs at the top, and then a lighter at the bottom, to balance things. And of course, all of it, filling in the little spaces with, in between the clouds and the balloons. So a quick little journal spot here. I don't know why I keep doing this. I keep honestly forgetting when I'm printing and when I'm planning my pages and I'm printing and cutting. I keep forgetting to print out a space for my journaling. But that's okay. I just grabbed a spare piece of cardstock here, stamped a couple of lines on it, and moving forward with the layout. So the line stamp I'm using, older one from Becky Higgins. If you've known me for any amount of time, then you know that that's my most used item in my studio. But it's great. It's perfect just for little things like this, just to add a sentence or two for this layout. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you'll check out this product in the Kellybell Designs website. I will share that link down below with you. And of course, as always, there is tons more inspiration in the Kellybell Facebook group. I will see you back here again real soon. Bye-bye.